Hi folks, if you're new here, my name is Steven and I'm building a 3D pixel art RPG that has a heavy focus on using procedural generation and simulation to create a world that reacts to your choices in a meaningful way. Now before we get to the meat of this devlog, I first want to show you the character redesign I've been working on. Previously, my characters were 2D hand-drawn pixel art, normal mapped to appear more 3D and respond appropriately to dynamic lighting. The new character is a 3D model, toon shaded to appear more 2D. This will let me make the character be more fluid and reactive to your environment, and it'll also make it easier to have your look change as you change your equipment without that being a huge amount of manual work. I'm very interested in what you think about the new look, so love it or hate it, please let me know in the comments. Okay, time for the main show. Today we're going to be taking a look at another of the character classes you can play as, the warrior. We have here a warrior wielding a polearm, which is the more mobile of the weapon types available to the warrior. They use that mobility and their superior reach to take out enemies from relative safety even in the thick of combat. As I've said before, if I had to describe each class in one word, I would say the Arcanist is strategic, the Scout is subtle, and the Warrior is indomitable. Rather than relying on strategy or tricks, the Warrior's main objective is to engage their enemy in a fair contest of brute power and then win. If you don't want to think ahead or be patient, you just want to barrel into every situation and do the best you can in the moment without being punished for it, then the Warrior may be for you. The Warrior doesn't have the same kind of burst potential that the Arcanist or the Scout have in those classes' ideal scenarios, but in exchange, there are no scenarios where the Warrior is truly weak either. The Warrior's abilities tend to be pretty straightforward, and they also excel at close range area of effect damage. So the first ability we have here is a spinning attack that hurts everyone around you. When a warrior is surrounded by enemies, that's when they're pumping out the most damage, and they have the durability to survive in that situation for longer than the other classes. A common mechanic for warrior abilities is to feature a combo chain. The first time this next ability is performed, it just has the warrior dodge backwards a short distance, just as an extra way to avoid damage when your roll is on cooldown. But if you press it again in quick succession, you'll follow that back step up with a powerful forward thrust. Generally, if an ability has a combo chain, the later moves are going to be more powerful than the early ones, so you want to try and use it in situations where you can get the whole combo out. Next, we have the Rage ability. This is a toggleable self-buff that increases your movement speed, attack damage, and resistances. It's slow to recharge, so you want to use it when you really need it, but it's a straightforward be stronger button when things are getting really tough. Lastly for today, we have a powerful ability where the warrior leaps into the air and crashes down on a target location, damaging all enemies in the radius and throwing up a crater that can trap them for a short time. This ability will also throw allies out of the crater without hurting them, so it can be a good way to pull enemies off of a squishy friend, which is the typical job of a warrior. Now let's throw a whole bunch of enemies in and see how it all works together. I'm really aiming for each of the classes to be fun in very different ways, so that you have the option of building the playstyle that suits you. I'm currently planning for each class to have a couple of different weapon types, and your character will be able to equip 2 different weapons and swap between them at will. You'll also be able to pick each of your weapons from different classes to make a hybrid sort of character. Maybe you'll equip the Sword and Shield weapon set from the Warrior, and then the Tome and Focus weapon set from the Arcanist to make a Paladin sort of character. Or maybe you'll equip the Staff from the Arcanist and the Bow from the Scout to make a Ranger/Druid kind of character. But I'll be getting into these character building options in more detail in future videos. If this all sounds interesting to you, I'd love for you to subscribe and come along for the journey. And if you want to help me out, the YouTube algorithm likes it when you watch more than one video at a time, so there'll be some of my other devlogs on screen now for you to take a look at if you're keen. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and until next time, good luck out there.